What's up YouTube, it's Matt. I'm here today with the Sonicbar Twiggy Blues multi-effects pedal from a company called Sonicake Pedals. This little pedal contains a compressor, an overdrive, a delay, and a reverb all in one tiny little pedal. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know I really love inexpensive gear that can sometimes sound as good or even better than a lot of boutique solutions. So let me preface this demo by saying that this pedal here with these four options costs about $80 US. That's more inexpensive than most Boss pedals out there today, and you're certainly not going to find one that has four effects built into it in such a small footprint for that kind of price. So I'm going to go through each of the effects one by one to show you how they sound. The pedal is plugged into my Fender 65 Deluxe Reverb amp, and I'll be playing through a Gibson ES-335. Here's my basic clean tone. Alright, let's start the demo by checking out the first effect that's in the chain, which is the compressor. It has two simple controls, a volume control and a comp control, which lets you dial in how much squish you want in the signal. We'll start the demo by putting both knobs at noon, and we'll go from there. Alright, cool. Next up, I'm going to turn the comp knob up all the way to see exactly how much compression this thing has on tap. Now that tone to me has all the hallmarks of a good compressor. While you can definitely tell the signal is squished, the high end in the chime is still there. Finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the comp knob down and the volume up to show you how you can use this as a simple clean boost. Now we're going to move on to the overdrive portion of the pedal. Now this part of the pedal has three knobs, one to control volume, one to control gain, and another to control tone. Now this overdrive that's built into this Sonicbar pedal is decidedly British in tone, at least to me. It's very mid-centric, which makes it great in the instance that you're playing live and you need to cut through the mix quickly. Let's start by checking it out on pretty much the lowest gain setting. I really dig this overdrive the most when it's at the lowest gain setting because it stays articulate and it sounds just like a tube amp breaking up. Next up, I'm going to push the gain up to about halfway, and I'm going to leave the tone knob where it's at, which is almost all the way up. I'll explain why in a minute. Alright, finally I'm going to push the gain up all the way so we can see exactly how much gain is on tap with this pedal. And pay attention to the middle section of the next riff that I'm going to play. I'm going to start to pick a little more softly, and you'll hear the pedal start to clean up a bit. The overdrive on this pedal, it's very even, it's very warm, and it's really expressive if you need it to be, which is awesome for something that is so inexpensive. I've only had this pedal for about 2 weeks, and I've already done gigs with it where I have just left my main pedal board at home because it's so easy to transport. It's tiny. It's about the size of a wah pedal in terms of length, and in width, it's about half the width. Now, with regards to the tone control on the overdrive portion of the pedal, you really have to leave it up almost all the way, especially with humbuckers. If you don't, it very quickly loses its complexity and articulation. And that's pretty much the only issue that I have with this pedal. Now next up, let's move into my favorite two effects on this board, the delay and the reverb. First off, we'll check out the delay, and I'll keep all knobs at noon to start us off. I love the delay on this pedal. It's definitely got the analog sound. It behaves like an analog delay, and it's very warm. It fattens up the clean tone a fair bit and is just really, really nice to hear in the room. Next up, we'll just crank all three knobs up a little bit. So the delay portion of the pedal has 3 knobs. It has a blend control, which allows you to choose how much of your normal signal and how much of the delay signal are mixed together at any given time. A repeat control, which allows you to choose how many delay repeats occur after you play a note. And a time control, which allows you to choose how many milliseconds you want the delay to be. Now next up, I'm going to just turn all of the knobs down and try and get a rockabilly-esque type of delay going. When you average out the cost of the 4 effects that are on this board, they come out to about $20 a piece. Now, for 20 bucks, where are you going to find a delay that sounds that good? I mean, I'm serious. It's hard to beat, you know. That's all I can say. It's hard to beat. Now I'm going to move up to my other favorite effect on this little board, which is the reverb. It can do anything from simple spring reverb all the way up to huge modulation. So I'll just start it off with the reverb knob at noon. Yet again, while that was a pretty huge reverb, it stayed warm and it didn't overpower the signal, which I think is just great. Next up, I'm going to dial it down a little bit so that you can hear what it would sound like in your normally used context. Even at lower settings, it still has a fair amount of air behind it, which sort of makes this reverb more of a modulation type reverb than it is a simple spring, but it's still infinitely usable. Finally, I'm going to turn the reverb knob up all the way and show you, if you're a big fan of ambient sounds, how well this pedal can do those really cavernous reverb tones. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the demo of the Sonicbar Twiggy Blues from Sonicake Pedals. Here's the thing, guys. For 80 bucks, I wish I would have had this thing when I first started playing guitar almost 20 years ago. When it first arrived at 80 bucks, I wasn't expecting much. I didn't expect it to be great sounding. I just thought it would be a simple solution I could throw in my bag and have with me in case my amp went out. I could go direct to PA because it also has a cab simulation option that I did not show in this demo if you want to go direct to PA. When I took it out of the box, it's ruggedly made, the foot switches feel solid, and I was immediately impressed by the tones I was getting in just minutes of hooking it up. I really think the guys at Sonicake Pedals are onto something really cool here, and it's refreshing to see them catering to the folks that are blue collar, that work hard and don't have a whole lot of money to spend on their gear and want the best for what they can afford. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone out there who's been watching my channel for almost 8 years now. And as always, please subscribe if you find this video useful. Thanks, guys.